Hey guys, it's July 17th. I'm Chris.
I'm Mark. Good morning.
And last night's ESPY Awards were pretty hilarious. Drake was hosting and he did, I've got to admit, a killer job. I've never been a big fan of Drake's, just not a huge fan of his music or kind of his attitude, but he was hilarious.
I actually didn't see the ESPYs because I was busy not caring about the ESPYs. But you know what? I love Drake. I'm a big fan. I'm not surprised he did a good job. I actually caught some of the highlights of his monologue. Super hilarious. He did the Lance Cam, which was really, really funny, which was a nice addition. I think he's great. He did a great job hosting SNL earlier this year.
Yeah.
He's a Canadian boy. You know, what's not to like?
Yeah, he poked fun at himself quite a bit, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
but he really needled the athletes. Nothing was off limits. He took on Donald Sterling. Took on the NCAA for their food voucher program and for not paying athletes. He did a really funny skit with Blake Griffin. He took on the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, the Redskins thing I saw, that was nice.
He did a great job. So if you guys get a chance, just watch some of the highlights. They're worth your time. Now, a good story out of Brazil. Mesut Ozil, a German midfielder.
Love this story.
He's donating money to charity so that kids can get surgery.
Yep.
It's a nice way to end off the World Cup after all the riots and stuff. This is like a heartwarming, okay. Really
nice, absolutely. That's always very heartwarming to hear these guys. These athletes have tons of money. When you hear someone actually doing something really powerful and nice, you know what I mean? Initially he said he was going to help out 11 kids, but because it didn't take 11 people to win the World Cup, it took 23 on the team. He said, you know what, I'm going to help out 23. So he's paying for 23 Brazilian kids' surgeries, which is just, yeah, it's a sweetheart. The guy's a sweetheart.
The cool thing would be, you know, in my ideal Disney-fied world would be if these kids ended up playing in the World Cup in 10 or 15 years.
Like to make a Disney movie about like, sort of like the Mighty Ducks, but like World Cup version.
So the TSA, okay, you know, you go through security and they confiscate basically everything you have. And you know, they don't let anything pass, but what they do let pass is somebody impersonating them and feeling up women.
Yep.
So a 53-year-old guy, drunk on a Tuesday afternoon.
Drunken dude just directing women to a booth and then patting them down. Yep.
Got anything there? Got anything there?
He was able to pat down 2 women before security caught on. And then he was arrested, but because the women essentially patted down these women and then sent them on their merry way. I suppose they got onto planes and went wherever they were going to their destination. But he can't really be charged for any sort of sexual offense or any kind of violation because those women aren't there to testify. They essentially are wherever they've gone to, so they don't know who they are. But he was held on drunken disorderly conduct, and they're hoping that these women will come forward and actually kind of, you know, speak out. And I mean, you gotta wonder, like, where's the security? Like, can I just walk into like an airport and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna need you to bend over while I get my hand in there, and then that one as well.
To be honest, I wanna see, I don't even care about this guy. I just wanna see the TSA punished because that is a severe lapse.
Yeah, security-wise, like this guy's he just like wandered in, he's drunk, he wanders in, and he just starts frisking women, and everyone's like, yep, that's fine.
Microsoft is laying off about 18,000 employees. 18,000, that's huge.
The biggest cuts ever I think they've ever made, as a matter of fact.
And most of those are former Nokia employees, so it doesn't come as a shock. They said that when they acquired Nokia that something like this was going to happen, but seeing that many jobs affected, wow.
Not great.
A company that's doing well is Tesla, and they just announced that their next big consumer car is going to be the Model 3.
The Model 3, yeah.
And
really cool.
it's going to be about 35,000.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to go 200 miles on one charge, which I think for most people is completely adequate.
This is a cool story. My favorite thing about Tesla is the CEO, Elon Musk, has a sense of humor. Like, absolutely. When the 2 other models of the Model S and the Model X, and he's like, initially the Model 3 was actually going to be called the Model E, SEX, of course, there's the joke. So he kind of has like a tongue-in-cheek, like, you know what I mean? Like, he definitely has a impish grin in his eye, I like that. Eventually they couldn't call it the Model E, so they had to call it the Model 3 because Ford apparently is releasing their Model E, so they couldn't do it. But still,
Ford does not have a sense of humor.
And Ford has 0 sense of humor, yeah, they do. No, but it's a nice story, and what's cool about this is that it's $35,000, which is about half price of their Model S. And one thing they're coming out with, which is super exciting, is the SUV.
That's sexy,
which, you know what, is really, really cool because I like a big car personally, but obviously I'm conscious of the environment. I don't want to get like a big gas guzzler, so a hybrid SUV is like kind of on my things to buy list.
I'm looking forward to these cars hitting the road in about 2 years or so.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Now, this is big news from Marvel today, is that on the heels of the next Thor being a woman, is the next Captain America is going to be black. the Falcon is going to be taking over.
This is a cool story because there have been other black superheroes before. There's Storm, there's Nick Fury, there's Black Panther. It exists. It's not common, but it exists. What's cool about the Captain America storyline is that Captain America is supposed to be the face of American justice, and now that face is going to be African American. You know what? That's cool. That's like it's long overdue.
I'm glad Marvel's taking this stance with their heroes now, because it's about time that they've diversified a bit. And good on them. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Take care.